At Big Mike, you asleep? You should have been like, you up?
I think he's asleep.
Where's Tolbert at tonight? Is he working?
I hadn't heard from Tolbert all weekend.
Oh, Lord. Back at that drink, and we realized that we had taken probably triple of what we were supposed to take.
So you were tripping balls.
1,000%. And we were in this place called the Chiba Hut tripping balls, but it's okay because everyone else is tripping balls. We all look like we're just stoned out of our mind, giggling and just having a good time. And that's what it's all about.
So the Chiba Hut, you're putting it on your list of places that you're going to go to in the future when Stoned Cookie arrives. Now, Speaking of arrivals, Travis just hopped on to say hello to one Cookie.
Travis.
Hello.
Since I didn't mention it, it is Father's Day. So first, happy Father's Day to Travis, Mike, and Tolbert.
Yes.
Mike and Tolbert were MIA. Mike said he was going to jump on this call.
He did.
He was the one that said late night, Sunday night is the time that we need to do the episode. And I said, all right.
Yep.
I don't want to do it. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life. It's going to be tough to do it.
Yes.
We decided to do it. And Mike said, all I'm doing right now is watching the Great British Bake Off, and I can hop on the call.
Yep. That's what he said.
That's what he said. Correct? Travis, you read that as well?
I saw it.
So we send him a link probably, 10 minutes later? Not much later than what was established.
Yes.
No Mike. So there is no Mike on this show today because he is asleep, and he's going to say, well, that's what happens when you got two kids.
Yeah.
That's what happens. No, it's what happens when you drink a lot on Father's Day.
Yes. Mr. Content. And where's Mr. Content?
Mr. Content is not here.
Yes.
Mr. Content is in dreamland right now.
Yes, he is.
In
Travis,
true Father's Day fashion.
Father's Day. This
What's
is the
that?
second Father's Day that you've had.
Yeah, it was great, man. Didn't do a damn thing. It was awesome. Just go to the house.
So we actually went, yesterday was his daughter Madison's second birthday. So we went to his daughter's birthday party. I got to see kids running around in a sprinkler system,
Yes.
It's the typical 2-year-old birthday party.
Oh, Mr.
One kid dropped trowel in the middle of his yard and tried to pee.
Oh, no.
Until the dad came and snatched him up and took him to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
It was insane. Travis, are there any burning questions that you have for Cookie about his trip to Colorado?
Yeah, man. How was it? You're back already, right?
Yeah.
Well, he will be leaving. When are you leaving again?
When are you going on excursion number 2?
So right. So we said it's almost like Lewis and Clark with the pointer dog chase, like sniffing out a trail for him and making sure that they take the right path to get to Denver. So you're leaving again when?
We're leaving Wilmington Wednesday. We'll be gone on Friday.
So does that mean you're coming to practice on Tuesday?
I could come to practice.
You could come to practice on Tuesday. We do have a big tournament this weekend that you will be missing.
I will, unfortunately.
So, Cookie, your time in Colorado, what else did you get to do?
I actually had a chance to go to my first MLB baseball game.
MLB, Major League Baseball.
Never had been to a Major League game before.
Okay.
Got to see the Colorado Rockies against the San Jose Padres. No, not San Jose Padres.
San Diego Padres.
San Diego, yeah, whatever.
Right.
They played the Padres.
Yeah.
Blew them out.
Were you still drinking the tea? Is my question. Is that why you don't remember much of the game?
No, but we did bring a gummy. We brought the edibles.
They don't have a dispensary within the Colorado Rockies stadium is my question.
No, they don't even have, Diane mistakenly thought that there was a smoking section just
like
for
a
marijuana.
weed smoking section?
Just specifically for marijuana. There was not, Aaron.
There is not. Okay.
Let me clarify that there is not a weed.
Did she get hassled when she walked in? Did she try to bring a joint in?
No, but she definitely brought the edibles, and I was like, you need to put those away. But no one cared. At the end of the day, no one cared.
It's like when you're going to one of those concerts, and I've been to many of them,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden in the middle of the concert, every single concert I've ever been to, you start to smell the skunk at some point.
Oh yeah.
And somebody has lit up a marijuana cigarette.
Yep.
And you kind of ask questions like, where's this coming from? Does this person have more and stuff like that? I remember my mom and I and our family went to a concert, and my mom said it smelled like one of them funny cigarettes. So that is her description of what pot smelled like at that concert. So anyways, so at the Rockies game, I'm sorry.
At the Rockies game, man, and it was just a sight to see, honestly. I mean, we had great seats. They weren't nosebleeds, but they weren't, they weren't behind the plate or anything like that.
Right.
But, I mean, we got to see the sunset behind the mountain.
Oh, phenomenal.
The scoreboard is set up like like a carve out of the mountains.
Okay.
So it's just a sight to see.
Rockies
honestly.
Stadium, high tech is what you're telling me.
Very high tech. But I will say we almost got lost because they have this little Skid Row section in Colorado.
Okay.
They have their own tent city.
Okay.
It's called Wewata Street.
Wewata?
I shit you not. It's called Wewata Street. And me, Chase, and Diane, Catherine all walked down this street, and we were like, ooh, I think we're in the wrong part of town.
Probably.
Because there was nothing but junkies, tents, and I swear I saw a couple needles. And we were just like, we need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Injecting that THC into their body. That's what happens, Cookie. I don't want you to become an addict.
I don't want to either.
Like everybody else doing the devil's lettuce.
I'm terrified I'll end up there.
It's a scary thought.
It is.
Cookie, that's your mind on drugs.
Well, hey, Aaron, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Cookie, are you going to be comfortable in this area? Are you going to come back? Do you think that you're permanently going to reside in these Colorado Rockies? So a lot of people, when they go out there and they see this new landscape that they're not used to, they decide to stay.
Mm-hmm. I want to stay. I want to.
You want to stay in Denver,
but it's an extremely expensive city.
Yes.
So,
and also your wrestling friends are not there.
Exactly. 100%. And my wrestling friends and my rugby family, they're all here.
They're right.
So we'll see.
And your father, who lives a short 2-hour drive away.
Only 2 hours. The whole, my actual family, my immediate family is here. All of my family is here in North Carolina.
And your girlfriend's family as well?
My girlfriend family as well, man.
So you might have to come back.
We'll see. I will definitely be back Christmas and for the holidays and all that good stuff. But for right now, I'm going to be in Colorado for at least 2 years.
At least 2 years.
At least 2. At least a solid 2.
Cookie, that's being optimistic. You have to pass your classes those 2 years.
True.
Or you could take a route like I did in college and do the 5-year route.
Yeah. Well, listen, Aaron, I'm going to try and curb the weed smoking, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, man. It's just too easy to attain, and I don't know.
That's what happens.
Well, it's going to lose its appeal to you, Cookie. Once you can just go down to the corner store and get it anywhere, anytime you want, man.
I know.
Exactly.
It loses its excitement.
That's true. After a while, it will. But I tell you, Aaron, when I walked in and listen, I could buy a 5-pack of joints, and they have the Blues Brothers. It's like the Blues Brothers joints. It's the working man joint right there, man.
That's the working man.
That's what they call it. It's the working band or working man joint. I was just like, you know what? I got to get this. It's going to be very hard to pass up stuff like that, gimmicks like that. And they had different things like the cross joint. If you've ever seen Pineapple Express, there's so many different things in this. I swear, kid in the candy store.
They sell those now, Cookie?
They do. They sell them for $20. That's it.
Did you get one?
I wanted to, but no, I did not get it. But I can't wait for Tolbert and hopefully everybody else in the $2 steak family will come up. Sure,
unless
Aaron,
they have a CBD shop.
Aaron, there's CBD in there as well.
Okay,
so you can come in and you can have fun as well, Aaron.
Thank you. Also, this week, a big thing happened this week. The man that is on the call with us, Travis, decided to design a T-shirt this week. Our first official $2 steak T-shirt. Travis, it is of Dory Funk, not of Terry Funk.
Dory Funk Jr.
Give me some of the thought process behind your design. Why is this sex god going to be our first official shirt? And why are we not going to be able to sell out all these T-shirts?
Oh, we're gonna sell out. Yeah, you've already. How many have you sold already, Aaron?
One. I've sold one.
Okay, one of
33 that I have
to
to get sold.
Sheer boredom. You can always tell whenever I'm like so bored at work because I'll just like start designing stuff and throwing it in the chat. I'll just start making memes. And
it
this
looked
was
great.
just like,
Cookie, did you get to see it?
I loved it, man. The pink behind, the sex god's face and his, oh my God, made me wet a little bit.
Are you?
It made me a little
the sex
moist.
god made you moist. Are you going to be rocking this in Colorado?
I want to. Absolutely.
And it's one of those things. It's like a wink and a nod. It is a obscure professional wrestler. So if somebody says, "Hey, is that a wrestler?" That's one thing.
Yes.
If somebody says, "Hey, that's Dory Funk Jr.," that's another thing. And that person could become a fan of $2. It's a conversation starter. They could become a fan of $2 Steak, a pro wrestling podcast.
1,000.
And then step 3, they're going to have to be able to read Japanese.
And some people are going to say that is a butchered translation of Dory Funk Jr., sex god.
Hey, I typed it into Google Translate and played the audio back, and it sounded right to me.
Sex gadu.
Dory Funka Jr.
Dory Afonka. So there we go. We've got a T-shirt on the way. We reached out to LVAC Printing, Lehigh Valley Apparel. They are out of Pennsylvania area. They do a lot of really cool independent professional wrestling T-shirts. We're going to get this out in the next couple of weeks. I put a deposit down. I am excited for our first official T-shirt. You're already getting 2. Diane might get one if she's going to wear it. She probably won't.
Probably not, but it's pink, so she might wear it.
It's pink, and it looks kind of cool. And if you guys are going for that hipster vibe, I think that it would definitely go along with it.
Absolutely.
If you have not seen the design, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, also on Twitter at the number 2 $2 Steak _. You can see what it looks like. It looks really cool, guys. I'm not putting this over in a way that we sent the design to a couple people that know professional wrestling T-shirts. They are all about it, and I believe that we are going to sell all 33. That is my that is my goal.
Guaranteed
33. We're gonna sell large, extra large. We've got some mediums in there.
There's no smalls.
Tiny. There's no smalls.
No smalls.
I know my audience. I know my professional wrestling fan audience. There's no small people.
There's not a single small.
In fact, we probably should have invested more into the 2XL, but they were $10 more. So, anyways, Cookie, thank you for being on this week's episode. Travis, thank you for calling in. What we're going to do, since it is Father's Day, I am going to pick the next couple segments are going to be my favorite Tolbert segments. So we're probably going to hear the Uber ride from hell.
Oh yeah.
So we'll talk about that segment, and then we might hear the awful concubine.
The concubine episode.
The concubine. That is going to be our final thing for this week's episode. So since it is going to be Tolbert's very first Father's Day, we have to honor him in some way, correct?
Absolutely.
And what better way?
What better way? Who better than Tolbert is the question.
Nobody, Aaron.
So thank you for listening. Boys, we are out of here for this week, but stay tuned. Keep listening. We have got some of my favorite segments coming up, and have a wonderful week. Next week is going to be tough, but we're going to try to get something down.
We'll make it happen
for this rugby tournament.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Tolbert and I shouldn't be using your first name. I'm going to blank that out. Okay.
I've got nothing to hide, Aaron. No shame.
No shame in this week's game.
Well, after the story I'm about to tell, you will be shamed completely.
I haven't heard a thing of this, so I can't wait.
So Cookie is completely out of the loop of this story that I'm about to tell.
Completely blind over here, folks.
We went to Durham yesterday. We decided to go see this band called Oakley Dokley. If you guys know me, not only am I a big professional wrestling fan, I rank wrestling as number 1 on my list of nerdy things of why I'm not getting laid. Number 2 would be my Simpsons fandom. I am a huge Simpsons nerd.
Yes, he is.
As well. So we go see this band called Oakley Dokley. They are a heavy metal band. They dress up like Ned Flanders. They do not break character. It was a very fun show. Tolbert, did you have fun at the show?
Phenomenal show. Had so much fun. Exceeded my expectations for sure.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't know quite. I mean, we watched the music videos. You were getting all pumped listening to music all week. But they drew such a big crowd. It was such an awesome venue. If you get the chance to go to Motorco in Durham to see your show, do it. Amazing venue. Great band. Really get the crowd into it. Never break character. And damn, it's just fun.
So we're going up to see this show. We plan a whole day out of it. I'm going to see one of my best friends that I used to work with. His daughter is my goddaughter. So we're going to see them. His wife is one of my best friends as well. We're staying with them. They have 2 small children. Tolbert is being climbed upon by these small children the entire day, and Tolbert's ate an edible on the way there.
I forgot about that.
You ate an edible. Tolbert is completely overwhelmed the entire time. I can just see him just kind of his skin crawling.
It was not crawling. I had deep conversations with a 4-year-old most of the time. The barely 2-year-old just crawled up my leg or tried to show me every single toy he had.
Right.
But we connected on a level.
A spiritual level. Yeah, and my goddaughter kept pitching us these stories about poop. And I mean, it made me laugh.
Yeah.
They were funny poop jokes. The kid is hilarious, by the way. So we're having this full day. We're going around. There are tornado warnings all over. We're walking around downtown Durham. There's tornado sirens going off, which is a creepy thing, right?
Yeah.
We're walking around. We go, we buy some records and all this stuff. We're having a good day out of it. We throw some axes at his sister, or his
future sister-in-law.
His future sister-in-law's place. I enjoyed that. Got some stress out.
Yeah, you should have seen Aaron throwing axes. It was beautiful.
Nice.
I can throw an axe, apparently.
Very nice.
Can't throw a rugby ball.
Oh, what?
Can't throw a rugby ball. So we go to this concert. We're having fun. I'm a little bit on edge. The band before the band that we went to see was really fucking weird.
Yeah, dude.
They were playing Disney covers.
Yeah, dude.
They did
metal version?
Prince Ali, Fabulous He, Fabulous. Yeah, they did that. They did Huffalumps and Woozles from the Winnie the Pooh TV show. Just bizarre stuff. So the heavy metal show starts. Tolbert starts drinking heavily. He likes to watch heavy metal. He likes to get into it. He likes to go mosh.
Yeah, dude. That's what you're there for. I mean, you gotta. These guys are putting in a lot of hard work, touring, and going around to all these venues and playing their hearts and souls out. You gotta reciprocate that energy when you go to the show. You know what I mean? So start drinking. I was like, hey, Aaron, this band sucks. Not Oakley Dokley, but the opening band. Once they started playing Heffalumps and Woozles, I was like, hey, man, I'm going to go take a shot. Go up to the bar, order a tequila shot. Props to the bartender, but I got poured the biggest fucking shot I've ever seen in my life. It was like a half glass of tequila. And when I say I had to chug this thing down, I had to chug it down. It was like chugging a glass of water. It was so big.
Oh my God.
So needless to say, Tolbert was a little wasty face at the concert. So we go through the concert. We're done. We buy our merch. We're walking out. Tolbert says, hold on. I got to get a glass of water.
Okay.
It was a cup of water.
It was a cup of water. So it is probably a 15-ounce cup. Fills it up to the top. Chugs it down. He has it in his hand. We order our Uber driver. This guy is straight off the boat. He doesn't talk the entire time.
Doesn't say a word.
Not one word the entire ride back, right?
Awkward.
He's going 70 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone.
Oh my God.
This guy is just booking.
Zoom in.
And the whole time, all right, so I was pretty inebriated. I'm not one to lose my composure when it comes to drinking. I consider myself a professional. This guy was flying and taking every turn at 55. So I'm getting motion sick at this point. In the back of this car.
And I will tell you from my perspective, let me drop the punchline here. I'm sitting in the car fucking checking on my Instagram, my Facebook. I'm just enjoying myself. I only had like 2 beers.
So you're fine.
I'm fine. I'm completely fine.
You had 2 PBRs the whole time.
We're pulling into the neighborhood. We are within 500 feet of the destination we are supposed to be at.
No, totally.
And
I hear a noise.
No, totally.
I hear a noise and look over at Tolbert, and Tolbert gives me the hand wave, like he's trying to like Jedi mind trick me into not saying anything, right?
I was telling him to shut the fuck up. I was shaking my head. I was like, I don't think the driver heard it. For one, I don't think he heard it because I was trying to keep it as silent as possible because I was fighting this for like 10 minutes. Dude, I was doing breathing, like fire breathing exercises. And I was like, I'd rather shit my pants than throw up in this Uber. I'd much rather shit my pants. Because one, it was under Aaron's name as well.
Yeah. One, conveniently, Tolbert's Uber didn't work when we ordered this Uber. It was under my Uber. We're driving. I look. He's throwing up in that 15-ounce cup.
It was It was one solid motion. It wasn't like I was puking like 5 times in this cup. It was one solid motion. And then we made that turn at like 45 into the neighborhood, and I would just go, and I went. And luckily, I have a larger beard.
Oh, God.
My beard kind of like guided it into the cup.
It's disgusting.
But in the process, I'm like trying to wave Aaron to like shut up, don't say anything. I don't think the driver heard it. I didn't get it on the seats. It was all on me.
No, thank God.
Okay.
No, there was some
Good thing.
splash. There was a little bit of splash on the seat.
Oh no.
But I look at Aaron and he's going like gagging himself. I was like, dude,
I was not gagging myself. No, you were.
You were gagging.
I was about to throw up in the car
yeah.
too.
So-
And we're sitting there. We're like, I don't think that I can note. Like, I don't think he notices it. And then I start smelling it.
Oh,
That's where it usually
This
gets
is
you.
also
That's where it goes
after-
downhill.
This is also after a day of eating and drinking in downtown Durham.
We ate chicken and waffles,
and poke bowls.
poke bowls, and pizza.
And pizza.
Oh, poke bowls too.
So
Great mixture, boys.
as soon as we're within like 100 feet of the house, I'm like, hey, this is it. You can drop us off here. You can drop us off here.
I've never seen Aaron get more awkwardly out of an Uber ever. He's like, "Thank you, man, bye." And like, I'm still sitting there. I'm like, "Oh," and I have like a whole bag of
full of
merch,
vomit.
a cup full of vomit, my rain jacket, a bag full of merch,
bag full of merch.
all my belongings. So I'm like, "Thank you." Just trying to awkwardly stumble out of the cab.
So we get out of the cab. We're at my friend's house. I see him scurry off into the darkness and just hear heaving. Lots of heaving. I'm
I think
sitting
it all
still
out,
checking
you know?
my Instagram, just like leaning against my truck. I'm like, do I need to go hose him down now or hose him down later? And he's all he's saying is he's repeating, "I'm sorry about your Uber rating. I'm sorry about your Uber rating."
I also said, "Hey, we can't talk about this on the podcast." I
He's
was
like, I don't want my fiance to know. He told her this morning.
I told her on the way here. She called me early this morning. It was, how was last night? And I was like, yeah, I can go through the whole
great.
story.
I may have thrown up a little bit, he
Yeah.
said. That was
So-
not a little bit. He threw up 2 poke bowls, chicken and waffles, and a pizza.
All in the cup. All in the solo cup.
I dropped my phone there. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
All right, for the high spot. And Tolbert is ripe and ready to go for this one.
He's embracing it. Yeah.
Tolbert, you have got Kanji Euro.
Thank you for taking on the names because I wasn't going to do it.
Wait, what is going on here? What? Kanji Euro Matsuyama. Kuishinbo Kamen.
Jesus.
Kuishinbo Kamen and Kikutaro. I know how to say that one. Kikutaro.
Okay.
So Kikutaro's the weird mask one.
All right.
Kamen.
Wait, stop,
which
stop,
weird
stop. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know who's who in this, right? I read it, right? And I had a busy weekend.
Well, can you say that you watched this sober and don't know who's who, and then you got high and you don't know who's who?
No, I watched this recovering from a hangover on my couch after.
While he waited for Denver to drive to Elizabethtown.
Yeah. I didn't know who's who. It's in Japanese. But it's funny.
And it is funny.
Yeah, and you have 2 mask figures. You have a clown,
Right.
A full-on clown suit,
Right.
I guess you could call him a cholo.
Kinda. Yeah.
Like a schoolboy.
That would be
cholo.
Kikutaro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then you have a painted face. I would call him a concubine. A male concubine.
Concubine. Do you know what
Do
a
you know what that
concubine
means?
is?
Do you know what
I
that
know
means?
exactly
It's
what
a
that
hooker.
means. I know. He looks. I don't know.
He looks like
I was gonna say a samurai.
Tolbert, I don't think I would have used that word in
That was literally
Yeah, I was a little
the
surprised by
last
that one.
thing
In any-
that I would ever have said that this guy looked
in
like.
any sense
Oh,
of any wrestling event ever. I
mean,
I'm not
maybe-
I'm not a like
Maybe a
a
samurai
very
concubine.
very
Maybe in this
educated
culture,
person,
he's a hooker.
but concubine.
All right.
Even in the Lana Lashley.
If you would let
thing-
me get to the rest of the high spot,
Yeah, please.
which is my spot.
sorry, ooh, sorry.
All right, finish your spot. I'm sorry.
I don't know. He has some goof.
These are his words and his thoughts.
I know
Yeah.
the name of this episode.
leave me to them.
My spot.
No, it's Concubine is the name of the episode.
Yes.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
Maybe call him a samurai. I don't know. This is a terrible match. it's not that bad. It's entertaining. I've seen this a lot in the Japanese wrestling that you showed us. They have some kind of.
Are you watching the same
intermission.
Japanese wrestling as we?
A male hooker and a guy in a
as we
clown
all-
mask.
I have run on.
Tolbert, are you on
severe
Daily
lack of
Motion
sleep.
or are you on Pornhub? Because
it's been a rough weekend. It's been a rough
It's
weekend.
the wrong version.
Highs and lows, man. I've been up since 6:30.
Lots of highs.
cooking barbecue, man.
Lots
Like,
of highs. Very few lows.
Look at Cookie. Cookie's out.
Cookie is ashamed of your verbiage. The guy who writes
Can we
a
get to the
monologue.
match?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Get to the match.
So,
You say get to the match and then you lose it. And then you lose it. Just like
Anyway.
that.
Go ahead, Tolbert. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Go
keep
ahead.
brief. We have these three jokesters. It's obviously a joke match, but you have some good moves in there. They actually like tease a bunch of like classic wrestling moves, but botch them on purpose.
Wait, are you gonna get to the whole like rock paper scissors thing, or
I don't even know where I'm at anymore.
before they get to the wrestling matches, they rock paper scissors to see who gets the wrestling match or who gets the move?
well, cool. I know the concubine wins with a double pin. And there's a bunch of streamers, and there's a butterfly spot at some point.
The butterfly
What fuck?
spot.
The concubine does a tightrope walk and is
Tightrope?
like.
And he walks with a butterfly.
Yeah,
Can I
there's
just
a
say that
butterfly.
normally
Why is there a
Tolbert-
butterfly?
Normally, Tolbert without notes is really good. He goes through the match.
Yeah, today's been
He-
a long
He
day.
lays it out. He knows exactly what's happening. This may be worse than his 2 weeks ago. 3
Should I
weeks
get
ago?
to the haiku?
Yeah, let's get to the haiku.
right.
No. I want to hear the rest.
No, we're getting to the haiku.
I want to hear the
This
rest.
episode is so long.
How long is it?
We're at an hour and 20 minutes at this
That's
point.
fine.
Ooh.
That's
We got Davenport
But-
all the way to
but-
station wherever he
But
works.
no, Tolbert, continue with your actual match review.
All right, cool.
The,
So
butter,
there's-
the butterfly,
There's a butterfly spot.
It was
There's,
phenomenal.
There's a bunch of joking around. The concubine does some things. He gets a double pin. There's some streamers. Anyway,
At one point, this is the worst review ever.
All right,
watch the link. Have a good time. Make a cup of coffee. Settle down and say, "Hey,
Smoke a J.
Yeah, what are the boys at $2 Steak doing today?
Not
Watch
watching their
link.
match.
Tober's going rogue.
This is like
he
it's-
went rogue, man.
So what I think it is, and this is like when you have to do a book report and you forgot that you didn't read the book.
No, and,
Until the day before, and then you're like you just kind of like skim through it.
and
You're
you
like,
forgot the objective of the
Right.
book report. It wasn't to review the book. It was to actually like define.
Hey man, you don't know my life. You don't know what I went through this weekend.
so then you give the presentation, and the teacher's like, yeah, that's great. I don't think you understood the characters. And
the objective wasn't.
also, Tom Sawyer was not a concubine.
He just wasn't.
He was.
You know what, though?
Damn it.
That was the only 3-syllable word I could think of.
All right, give us the haiku. Give us the haiku, Tolbert.
all right.
Give us the haiku.
Goddamn haiku. Japanese jokesters. Cholo clowns a concubine.
Wait, what's the second line?
Cholos clowns a concubine. Hey man, that's funny.
All right, can you read that one more time? No pauses.
I'm trying. Oh, okay.
One more time.
No more. Hey guys, boys, let him read it. Let him read it.
All right.
Japan. Okay.
Japanese jokesters. Cholos clowns a concubine. Hey man, that's funny.
All right. Well, that's been this week's episode of $2 Steak, a pro wrestling podcast.
Man, I worked till 2 a.m.
I
and
know.
then I had to get
have
up.
no problem with your. It was a
hungry
great
from SmackDown.
haiku.
I had to drive 87 like 6 times.
It's all right,
on Saturday
Tolbert.
morning.
Tolbert, it's okay.
Shoot on him. Shoot,
Can I just
shoot,
say,
shoot.
please, if you felt like this episode is a referendum on the quality with which we produce podcasts, please follow us at.
Oh, we lost
Number-
him. We lost him.
Damn it. Anyway,
At this point,
at number 2 $steak_ on Instagram and Twitter. And just DM us, tweet at us. Just
Tell them how
us
bad this
how
was.
shitty this was.
This was. It was not a bad episode.
Because we will love it and we will respond, and we love hate mail, we love quality mail, we love anything.
We love anything. We love attention.
You know, we are so desperate that even bad shit we will appreciate.
I will appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for listening. What?
You know,
Wait, go ahead, Cookie.
before this
We're gonna
podcast
hit
started,
2
you
hours.
said that you were not a restrictive host. I just want to agree with you. You're not.
I
Look at how
am-
long this podcast is going.
I have been trying to like. At one
He's been
point,
saying, wrap it up, boys.
at one point, I was
but
like,
you did it.
I was so ready. I'm like, this is going to be an easy. I told Haven, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be done very quickly tonight. It's going to be a quick episode. I'm like things are still happening.
And then Tober goes, concubine.
And then 30 minutes later, here we got the haiku. Thank you for listening to $2 Steak, a pro wrestling podcast. We might have an episode next week that has some Christmas stuff. I don't know. Can we get one concubine chant? Concubine, concubine, concubine.